Hello there YouTube, this is Transformers fan G138. I'm here with a video review of Bionicle 2015 Lewa, Master of Jungle. Okay, besides the obvious heir to jungle, this guy pretty much reminds me of the original. And he has the Mask of Jungle, which plant life, and they actually do say in his bio that he does have control over both plant life and air with this mask. So yeah. So he doesn't really have the mask levitation, but they still included a way for him to fly. And we'll get to that in a minute. So, overall, this guy's pretty cool. He's got, holds his axes closer up than he originally did in, the original series here, where he held the axe way at the bottom. He had a gear for one arm, but because they favored him having two weapons this time, he ends up with two gears in the back. And the mechanism for that is pretty cool, actually. They made a new piece for this series. The back on this one isn't nearly as bad as some of the others. The lower legs specifically, but, and maybe up the upper back, but overall I think it works a lot better. From the front, you have these goldy off yellows, and this is something that was a little odd. These two yellows don't match. Why? I know why they didn't redo these. Because these yellow pieces, these tiny yellow pieces, they only make in gray and yellow, and gray is even rarer. I was actually surprised on the Skull Spider when I pulled a gray one out of the package. Because I haven't seen a gray one since, I think 2005? Maybe 2007. But, yeah. So I pulled the gray one out and I was like, whoa! So those axes are pretty cool. They're made out of the same piece Galli's axe and fins are. And what we can do is simply pull them off of his hand here. And pop them onto his shoulder, his wrists. And then you literally just flip the swords upside down in his hands. I like the old style Lego Bionicle hands better, the ones without the fingers, because then you don't actually have to, like, move things around. It was way simpler when you were using these as hands, because then, to flip it around, look, he flipped it. A little bit easier, then the thumb wouldn't be on the wrong side of the hand. And we'll do the same over here. And we'll have him hold it upside down, because I don't want to flip it around. And then that's his glider mode, so he can fly. So I use it as, this is the Mask of Air, and he has a Toa of Air. Mask of Levitation and Toa of Air. So, pretty cool. Not bad. Yeah, and I just said I wouldn't do that, and I just did it. So, the swords are actually a very cool representation of his, wow, I can't think of it right now, Nuva form. Because when he turned from Toa Mata to a Toa Nuva, he ended up with two swords. Which, okay. But I, like, this gives him the axe and sword, so I thought that was a really cool nod to the original. Like the rest, he comes with a Skull Spider. This one, you could not clip this on his face because of the way the legs fit. You'd have to take all the legs off to get it to fit. But it's just like the others, just a mask with some of these cool leg pieces attached onto him. But whatever. So, the mask. He also comes with a gold mask. Now, he doesn't have gold armor like the others, which I almost feel like they might have put gold armor here and here, just for the purposes of not matching this yellow with this yellow. I think that would have probably worked a little bit better, but what am I saying? Then again, they matched the chest yellow to here, so throw his gold mask on. He looks pretty good with that too. So he again comes with the same head gimmick, but if we want some fun, if we tilt his head a little further back and make him lean a little bit forward, this stupid gimmick is disabled. So that's cool. So we have the swords, gears, golden mask, and, you know, we'll take a little bit of time to look at the mask here. This is an odd mask, kind of like it really feels like Iron Man mask to me. Just the way it looks, like the movie style. Now we'll look at his previous mask here, his 2008 mask. Not too similar at all. And we'll look at his 2001 mask. Not really similar. I guess these like cheek areas could be kind of a nod, but I don't really know for that or anything about that. I'm just looking in my bag of masks here to find. There it is. The 2003 mask, or his Nuva mask. Also in comparison with this. So this does not really represent any of his masks, which is interesting. So I don't know, they didn't really take a cue. Now originally I didn't like Lewa's original mask at all. Like, I hated it because of the stupid smile. But after I got into Bionicle a little bit more and he was the Joker and such, I really liked it. I gotta say though, this is probably the only Nuva mask I liked. They were heavier, they were bulkier, they didn't bend as much, they didn't get white stress marks on them as much, but they were a lot larger and looked a lot weirder. I generally didn't like the Nuva masks. So, Lewa here, pretty cool, with all the awesome details and abilities and posability on this guy. It's very awesome. I gotta say, this is one of the best sets in this year's. Even though his mask doesn't represent the original, I mean, we're here to base it on this current LEGO set. So the ranking on this guy is up there. This is going to be a 9.8. And the only reason it's a 9.8 is because these yellow pieces do not match these. Otherwise, it would be a perfect 10. So, given that, this is the second runner-up for the best set. My first runner-up is Gally. And she is phenomenal. This one's awesome too. The way they did the shoulder pads, I was kind of like nervous how high his shoulders sit here, but the way they did these shoulder pads is phenomenal. I mean, I was nervous at first because you put this gearbox higher than any other Bionicle this year, including Kopaka, which his are really up there and really weird, but this isn't weird at all. It fits, it works, it's one of the best looking. He also uses the new mint green color, which is a little disappointing because it's actually going to throw on the original the original mask on this guy, because I had an extra one. I had a head and everything ready to go, and they don't match, which is disappointing. But maybe I'll get adventurous one day and paint one, but for now, this mask is fine. Overall, I highly recommend this set and all the others while you're at it, even the low ones. including Onawa. He I think got a 5, so just because he looks weird. But this is a great addition to the set. Highly recommend this guy. If you're only going to get a couple of them, start with Lewa and Gali. They're of the cheaper class anyway, and Pohatu is right behind them. The smaller ones are better than the larger ones, in my opinion. Lego almost tried to do too much with the they almost tried to do too much with the larger ones. Anyway, a little bit of comparison here. Here he is against his 2008 self. Here he is again against his 2001 self. So he fits right in the middle, so I actually display this guy, small, medium, large, on the shelf. I just stagger him like this. And I have that true for all of the Bionicle. So yeah, he has been 3 different colors as well. I just noticed that. Plus, I have Lewa up on his 2008 Accelera as well. And that's right here. So I have this guy hanging. It's kind of cool. He's fun. Here's where the rest of them are. This is obviously where Lewa would go. But yeah, I think this is fun little new introduction to Bionicle. And if rumors are true, then Lego will be releasing a whole nother set of these for either bad guys, good guys, or something later this year. So, let's all look forward to that. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching. You can comment, ask questions, whatever you need to do. Just post below if you want to get in contact with me or something. Please post a comment down below, and I'll be glad to return your message or comment. Sometimes, for whatever reason, I don't get the notification. Like I have the notifications going to my email, going through the YouTube app, going through the Creator Studio app. So I should be getting 3 notifications per message. And sometimes I don't get any notification on any of the messages. Well, furthermore, I have to go and get that. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.